Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Denise and this space is for women standing at a crossroads. Women who absolutely know something in their life has shifted and they're ready to move forward. Not pretending everything is fine anymore. Actually saying, you know what? I'm not okay. So today I want to share a truth that changes everything. It changed everything for me and it changes everything for my clients. You cannot heal in the same life that broke you. In other words, we have to do something different. We can't heal in that life. It's impossible. And before you resist that, before you think, oh, Denise, I just need more time, or shouldn't I be further along by now? Please just stay with me. Because this explains exactly why so many women feel like they've done all the work, they've read all the books, they've joined all the groups, but they still don't feel whole. There's still that something missing in their life. Here's what I see all the time from all my clients. Women who have reflected deeply, tried to understand what happened, what just happened, worked hard to regulate their emotions, told themselves they just need to move forward. Yet underneath it all, there's a quiet tension, string pulling. It's not exactly pain. It's not exactly overwhelm. It's just a sense of things are not right, a sense of disconnection. But here's the thing, most women assume, oh, well, I must still just be healing. Oh, I'm just not there yet. I'll just do a bit more work. I'll just read another book. I'll just listen to another podcast. But here's the truth. I want you to really hear this truth. You are not stuck in healing. You are stuck in an old life structure. That structure that no longer matches who you are now. Does that make sense? And healing can only take you so far. Healing can only take you to a place that you need to start moving forward. You need to start doing the inner work on yourself. It can only take you to that ceiling, to where your life used to be. And to have a breakthrough, we have to break through that. I'm not me anymore. That's not who I am anymore. And this is exactly why I created the flow method. You know, when my husband passed away, I reached that ceiling. I was already doing the inner work on myself. I was following Tony Robbins. I was reading books. Both of us were, Martin and I were both on that I want to say treadmill, but on that going and doing, and yes, let's meditate. I mean, I had a husband that used to meditate with me. Go figure. And when he passed away, I thought, yeah, I got this. I can do this. No worries. I got this. I just got to be positive. I've just got to read books. I've just got to. But then I realized that I wasn't allowing myself or giving myself the permission to actually feel my pain, to really and truly feel it. And out of that, and my absolute hunger to help other people heal as well, was born my flow method. So what is it? It's feel, let go, overcome, and becoming whole. Because moving forward isn't about fixing yourself. You're not broken. I wasn't broken. None of us are broken. There's nothing to fix. What it is about, though, is moving forward through the right sequence. Because unless we start feeling our pain, and I don't mean just crying and being upset, really feeling that emotion. What is that emotion I'm feeling? We can't let go. Now, letting go is not letting go of your life. It's letting go of the old you, the old way that you thought you had to be. That is what letting go is. Because then once we let go, now we can start overcoming. We can start overcoming the patterns, the thoughts, what we thought, who we thought we are, who we thought we should be. Because that's when the magic happens and you become whole, you become you again. And most women try to skip these steps. They try so hard. They don't want to feel. I didn't want to feel. I didn't want to let go. I thought letting go meant that I was going to forget my life. No. Letting go is letting go of the old patterns. The old way you used to think, your old beliefs. That's what letting go is. So, let's go into that. I'd really like to go into that a little bit deeper because it's an important part of moving forward, regardless of where you are right now in your life and in your journey. Whether you've lost a loved one, whether you're going through a divorce, whether you're changing jobs, it's all grief. Whether your children have stopped talking to you, and this is so common at the moment. It seems to be the in thing that parents are just evil and kids just cut off all ties with their parents. It seems to be, oh, well, we just won't talk to you. We'll just ghost you. No, there's a lot of people and a lot of ladies out there that are going through this at the moment. It's all grief. So feeling doesn't mean that you're wallowing in your pain. It doesn't mean that you're sitting there being the victim saying, oh, poor me, look what happened to me. It means allowing yourself to acknowledge and be 100% truthful of what's actually happening for me now. Where am I right now? What is happening? And it's acknowledging that. And it's not acknowledging who you are expected to be. We often think, I need to be this person. I need to be strong. When Martin passed away, I didn't grieve. And I only realized this years later after I was helping widows. I didn't, I didn't realize that I didn't grieve the way I should have. Why? Because I wanted to be strong for my kids. I didn't want them to see me grieving. Now that goes for every situation. Whether, like I said, if you're divorcing and you don't want your kids to go through that the tug and pull that's happening between you and your partner, you don't feel your feelings. You hide them. And what we do is we hide them from ourselves because we pretend we're okay. And we live in that, I'm okay. Yeah, I'm fine. How's your day? I'm okay. Please, if I can say anything, start feeling the disappointment, the grief of the old identity, who you used to be. You're no longer that person. Grieve the loss and feel the loss of the life you thought that you would have, which is no longer. It's gone. It's done. That life that you thought and you imagined that you were going to have is not there. Feeling is what tells your nervous system, I'm listening now. I can hear you. And until that happens, nothing truly shifts. Once you do that, once you truly feel, and I needed help to do that, and if you need help, please reach out to me. Because once we truly feel those emotions of what we're feeling, and we're 100% honest with ourselves, we cannot let go. So what is letting go? Letting go, most women misunderstand what letting go is. Letting go is not about erasing the past or forgetting about your past. Letting go is, if you imagine holding onto a rope, and when you let go, it's like, it's about releasing that version of you that had to survive it. You had to survive. That version of yourself was strong. She was capable. She did her best. But she was shaped by circumstances that no longer exist. And trying to move forward trying to move forward while still living as her, man, it's exhausting. It really is. And that's why you're so tired. That's why you just flop into bed at night, because your energy is trying to live somebody you're no longer. Let it go. Letting go is an identity release. It's not a memory wipe. So once you let go, now the fun starts. Now you can start overcoming. Overcoming isn't about pushing harder. We tend to go, if I'll just do this, I'll push a bit harder, I'll get it done, I'll just push through this. How many times have you said that to yourself? I said it to myself so many times. I just need to push through this. Oh, I just need to push through this. Once you let go, you realize you don't have to push anymore because you're in free fall. It's about recognizing the patterns that no longer serve you. What am I doing that no longer serves me? The roles you have outgrown. I was no longer a widow. The ways you've been shrinking to stay safe. How many of you ladies here are watching and joining me today? Make yourself small. Oh, I just shrink to stay safe. Oh, I won't say anything. Not because life suddenly feels easy. This is where confidence really, 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 really returns. It really returns. Because life doesn't suddenly feel easy. It's because you stop fighting yourself. Fight and flight. I've got to do better. I've got to do this. I have to do this now. Why aren't I feeling better? Okay, let's just push through. Overcoming happens when your inner world and your outer world start aligning again. Does that make sense? As I said, if you need help, reach out. Because once you overcome, so if we've felt the pain, you've started letting go of the old you've started releasing that rope. You started overcoming, you started taking the steps, you started doing the inner work. Now you can start becoming whole. And what does whole mean? Whole is welcoming in your new life. Welcoming in you, the new you. And this is the part no one talks about. Absolutely no one. Becoming whole does not mean going back. It really doesn't. You don't return to the woman you were before your life changed. It's impossible. You've grown. You can't. How can you? Things have changed in your life. You become someone that is integrated, someone grounded, someone clearer. Wholeness is when you trust you again, you trust yourself again, your decisions, your way forward, all feel clear and cleaner. Your body isn't constantly on edge. You haven't got one foot on the gas and one on the brake, one on the gas, one on the brake, one on the gas, one on the brake. If you're living that way now, it's no way to live. Trust me, I tried. It doesn't work. It really doesn't. You have to go through the steps. You have to feel so that you can let go, so that you can overcome and finally feel whole and welcome in your new life. You don't just cope anymore. You don't just manage your life. You start moving forward as someone new. Because there's a lot of you inside of you that you have suppressed and you have pushed down over the years. I was 51 when Martin passed away. 51 years of me suppressing who I was. And when I woke up one morning and went, I don't even know who I am. I'm 51 and who am I? Who is Denise? Because my role, my identity had changed. And that's what's happened to you too. So we can't go back into that role and that identity. Here's the hard truth though. You can't become whole in life if everyone and you and yourself expects you to overfunction, stay silent, live out an old alignment, carry versions of yourself you've totally outgrown. Overfunction. What does overfunctioning mean? Oh, keep ourselves busy, and I'm doing gardening, and I'm going to work, and I'm looking after kids, and I'm volunteering here. Or what does stay silent mean? Oh, I'll just keep quiet. I'll just keep the peace. I won't say. That's not becoming whole. That's not voicing you. We have to voice ourselves. Or we're living out of alignment. Oh, I'll do that. I don't really agree with what you're doing or what you're asking me to do, but I'll do it anyway. How many times have you done that? Be honest with yourself. Or carry old versions of yourself that you've outgrown. You're no longer that woman. But you pretend and you put your mask on. Look at me, I'm still that same person. You see, trying to heal while staying in the same structure keeps your nervous system on full alert. Fight and flight, fight and flight. And fight and flight is like having your 1 foot on the gas, 1 foot on the brake, 1 foot on the gas. Oh, we go, stop, go, stop. But I want you to hear this. I really want you to hear this. It's not because you're failing. It's because your body knows you meant for more. What are you meant for? So, instead of saying and asking yourself, why can't I move on and move forward already? And moving on is really moving forward. We don't move on, we move forward. But everybody says, just move on, you'll be okay. No, we move forward. And then you have this inner dialogue with yourself, well, why can't I move forward already? And then we compare ourselves to somebody else and go, well, look, they got divorced, their kids are not talking to them and they're okay. So why can't I be like them? And we go down that rabbit hole, we go down that spiral. You start beating ourselves up, you start beating yourself up. I can't do this. No, instead, ask yourself, sit with this, and say, what part of me is ready to be released? So I can move forward now. I'll say that again. What part of me is ready to be released so I can start moving forward? That's the real work. It's not beating yourself up. That's the real work. What part of me is ready to say, hey, I've had enough. I'm moving forward now. So, ladies, if this resonates and you're not sure where you are in the flow process, I've created a very simple quiz to help you understand what season you're in right now. Whether you're still feeling, letting go, overcoming, or stepping into wholeness. Clarity changes everything. You need to know, where am I? Am I holding back? Where am I? The link is in the notes below. Just click it. It's a free quiz. It'll take you to the quiz. There's some questions. It's a wheel, and it'll show you how bumpy your wheel is or how aligned your wheel is. It's amazing. Do it. Just do it for your own sake. You see, you don't need to heal harder. You don't need to force your way forward. You need a life that supports who you are now becoming. I'm supported. I feel supported. If this spoke to you, let me know in the comments below. And please make sure that you subscribe, because I do new videos weekly for women who are becoming whole. Subscribe and share and, enjoy. I love doing these. I love helping you. And as I said, if you need anything and you want to know more, put it in the comments and I'm here for you. I've done the work myself. I've healed most of me. I'm still healing. It's 16 years since Martin passed away, and I'm still healing. We are always a work in progress. It's been amazing talking to you today, and I will see you next week, if not sooner. Love you lots. Bye for now.